Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm Stephen Britch, Commissioner of Highways for the Virginia Department of Transportation. And we're happy to welcome you here today to the Virginia Department of Transportation's Traffic Operations Center here in our Salem district. We're proud to be joined by Governor Ralph Northam, Secretary of Transportation Shannon Valentine, distinguished members of the General Assembly, Senator John Edwards, Senator Bill Carrico, Delegate Terry Austin, Delegate Chris Hurst, and Delegate Sam Razul. And I'm sorry, Senator Deeds, and all of you in attendance today. We are happy for this, we're very grateful for this partnership that has brought us here today and to mark this historic action to dedicate funding directly to Interstate 81 for the very first time. Last year, when the Virginia Department of Transportation was asked to complete a study on I-81, we took a whole new, fresh look at the corridor. Mile by mile, we methodically identified specific locations using a data-driven approach, and we identified 64 projects that will greatly enhance travel along this corridor. However, as many of us know, the challenges that are along I-81 are caused by incidents and crashes, certainly one that we experienced getting here this morning. And that significantly reduces the travel time as well as the reliability of the corridor. But rest assured, we're ready to take action. We are committed to putting your tax dollars to work as soon as possible. I will say, in fact, as of 12:01 a.m. on July 1st, when this new bill takes effect, VDOT will be ready to deploy additional safety service patrols for enhanced incident management activities along this corridor. Later this summer, we will also be planning to add new traffic cameras, message signs, to be able to help monitor, identify, and communicate to travelers about incidents on the road. Looking forward, we expect our first set of projects to be ready for construction in the next just few months following that. And with that, I'm pleased to introduce our Secretary of Transportation, Shannon Valentine. Secretary Valentine was appointed as the Secretary of Transportation by Governor Ralph Northam in January of 2018. She oversees a $6 billion multimodal transportation system crossing 7 agencies and has more than 10,000 employees. With that, please welcome Shannon Valentine.
Thank you, Commissioner Britch. It's such a pleasure to have you as a part of our team, and anyway, all the good work that you are doing through VDOT. I have been asked quite often, how did this happen? How was it possible that within a year, a study was directed and completed, 12 public hearings conducted, legislation introduced, and ultimately, the funding to support a $2.2 billion program throughout the 81 corridor, as well as the critical funding for Virginia's other major interstates, passed the General Assembly. From my perspective, it was really the intersection of 4 key components. The first of which, bipartisan leadership. In the House, in the Senate, through the General Assembly session, in preparation for the session, and throughout the entire process. The study, the legislation, and in the end, the grit and the courage to get it done. I thank the gentlemen who are behind me, because quite frankly, without your persistence and those of legislators like Wendy Goditis and Delegate Tony Welt, we would not be standing here today. So I just ask you to help me thank them for doing such an amazing job. I also will tell you that the Virginia Trucking Association played an instrumental role. Dale Bennett, J. Ward Best, and their willingness to work with us was critical. They made this bill better. At the conclusion of the VTA statement regarding the governor's amendments, they wrote that they look forward to working with the Northam administration and the General Assembly to address Virginia's future highway needs, to enable the trucking industry to continue to deliver the goods that people depend upon, and to keep our economy strong. I just want to make sure that the Virginia Trucking Association knows that we are committed to making that happen. Thirdly, the citizens, businesses, alliances, chambers, coalitions all along the 81 corridor. The polling was right. 9 out of 10 responders back in December supported the $2 billion investment. Nearly 70% wanted it approved this year versus yet another study. The momentum never ended, did it, Joyce? It was always there. The process truly belonged to the citizens and the businesses along the 81 corridor. I would like to give special thanks to Jeff Southard and his team at the Virginia Transportation Construction Alliance, who were tremendous partners with us, the I-81 Federation and Marianne Ratcliffe's role, Virginia West, the Roanoke Chamber, the Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance. I see Chris here. All those committee hearings, the friends and leaders from this region. And I know that we have Mr. Haywood Fralin with us today. Thank you for your commitment to helping us get this done, as well as your son William, who was a member of the Commonwealth Transportation Board and has also been very instrumental in helping us. And finally, and most importantly, we had a governor who simply refused to give up. His leadership and determination is the reason we are here today. When I was first appointed to this position, the governor let me know immediately the importance of I-81, rural Virginia, and economic opportunity for every Virginian, regardless of who they are or where they're from. When the funding in this legislation was removed, which was really the heart of the bill, during the regular 2019 session, the governor sat with me after a cabinet meeting. Do you remember? And he said to me, "Shannon, I really want to get something done." Well, Governor, thanks to you, your commitment to transportation, and the team you have put together with Commissioner Britt, Deputy Secretary Nick Donahue, Deputy Secretary John Lawson, and so many others, we are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please help me welcome and thank the 73rd Governor of our Commonwealth, the Honorable Ralph Northam.
Thank you. Good morning. I was going to tell you all to be seated, but I guess there's chairs up there, but you're welcome to anyway. Shannon, thank you so much for the kind introduction. It's good to be back here in Roanoke, Salem area. And, you know, Shannon asked an important question, and that is, how did this happen? And I will give you a shorter answer. It happened because of teamwork. And the reason I'm here today, I will sign these 2 pieces of legislation, but my primary reason really is to say thank you to everybody that has been involved. And as we say every day in the Commonwealth of Virginia, it takes a village. And I just thank all of you for choosing to be part of that village that has made this happen, such an important milestone really for not only Virginia, but certainly the southwest of Virginia. I wanted to just give credit also where credit is due. Shannon Valentine and her staff, Stephen Britch and your staff have just done commendable work. And not only is this an important project, I-81, but if you look around the Commonwealth of Virginia right now, starting in Hampton Roads, I-64 is being expanded to 3 lanes going each way between Hampton and Richmond, Virginia. We just announced, I guess about a month ago, a $3.8 billion with a B dollar investment to expand the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel to put 4 additional lanes there. This being $2.2 billion of revenue that will build I-81. If you go look at 95, which is such an important corridor in Virginia, we were just in Fredericksburg 2 days ago to announce 10 additional miles of express lanes on 95, work going on 395, 495, I-66, and then a lot of other secondary roads. So good things are happening in Virginia regarding transportation and infrastructure. And why is this important? You all have heard me tell you this before, that our number one priority in Virginia is our economy. It's about jobs. It's about making sure that every Virginian has a job, no matter who they are, no matter where they are in Virginia. And if you look at the things that make Virginia a business-friendly state, certainly at a top priority is workforce training and development. We need to make sure that we're training individuals for these 21st century jobs, but right up there with workforce training is transportation and infrastructure. We need to be able to move individuals and goods from point A to point B. So Shannon, thank you and your team. I also need to give these gentlemen behind me and all the other legislators. We have 140 senators and delegates, and they are second to none. They go to work every day and do what's in the best interest of the Commonwealth. And just as Shannon said, thank you all so much for what you do. I remind people all the time, this is not the easiest time to be an elected official, but I think with all of the challenges and the wonderful potential we have in Virginia, it's the most important time. So please give our legislators a round of applause. And then, as Shannon said, so many stakeholders were part of this process. And I was looking at the list, and Shannon, I'm glad that you recognized them and not me, but it was literally a whole page of stakeholders and then private citizens. I mean, everybody came together and said, this is something that we have talked about for over two decades, and it's time to get something done. So thank you all so much for being involved. And you know, these are two pieces of legislation. They established the I-81 committee, and then the source of revenue that we'll be using to do the upgrades on 81. And Commissioner Britch, I was glad to hear that you all have your shovels and bulldozers and manpower and womanpower ready to get this done. So we're going to sign these two pieces of legislation, and then on July 1st, I look forward to some really good things happening on I-81 and to the benefit of the Commonwealth of Virginia. So thank you all so much for being here. I didn't have anything to do with the weather, but I appreciate VDOT making these accommodations available, and look forward to making this law. So thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, to start off, looks like we have plenty of ink here on this paper, so this is a good start, right?
You're good. It's good. I'll bring the commissioner.
So we'll start with Senate Bill 1716. Senator Obenshain is the chief patron, but certainly a lot of other people involved. Secretary Valentine, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Keep up the good work. We appreciate it. Terry Austin. There he is. Thank you so much. Congratulations for all your work. Chris Circus. Thank you very much. Let's get a picture and hold this up here. All right. Good. And this is House Bill 2718, Delegate Steve Landis. Senator Bill Carrico, thanks so much for all your service to the Commonwealth. I really appreciate it. Yes, sir. Bath County, Senator 3D. Great, congratulations. Absolutely. Senator John Edwards, so thank you so much for what you do. And I've got two more pins, I think I can include everybody.
Sam or Sol?
We don't want to leave anything on the table, right? Thanks, Sam, congratulations. All right, no comments. Commissioner Britt, thank you so much. Thanks for all your work.
Appreciate it.
Please give these gentlemen a hand. Thank you. Back to work, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you. You deserve a hell of a lot of credit. You deserve a hell of a lot of credit. I've been telling everybody that.
Thank you for your help, sir.